Start recording. Um, what's this guy? Do you have any items on you? You gems. It's unfortunate. I was going to delete him to free up that slot so I don't have to scroll down. What about you? Oh, you have stuff too. That's a decent boot. It's too bad those are 10 and 10 and not 30-20 for the hit recovery and run walk, or rather the run walk and hit recovery. The 18 strength on there is really good. This is not supposed to be an item show off. I was just checking, like, what are on these guys? Can I delete them? And I cannot delete them. This is a really nice ring, in my opinion. Especially at level 18. Like, imagine you're using Cathans and then you can use this instead. 48 cold resist by the time you get to Duriel. All these are going to be only 1 to skills, probably. Oh, a 2 sorceress with 49 poison resist. Man, if that had cast rate. 2 sorceress, 2 Amazon. I guess I did some gambling. Anyway, I guess I cannot delete her. Too bad. I just wanted to not have to scroll down to click on this guy. I'll have to move Jim G out of there when I'm done today. So level 49, gonna try to get to level 51 or play for about a half hour. I think I decided I was gonna go to level 55 on Nightmare Duriel, or sorry, Nightmare Izual. So I'll do that. But today is gonna be 51. Not the River of Flame. I did some cleaning today, which is very unusual for me. And I think partially the, what's it called? Leaving behind or skipping filling out my data collection spreadsheet and saving that time and energy for other tasks, even if that task is just sleep more, is helping me be productive in other areas, which is good. A few months ago, almost half a year now, maybe even like 8 months, I downloaded and printed out an article on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I think it was called like Maslow's extended hierarchy of needs, and it had like 8 levels instead of 5, and then it had like in each level it listed like 3 to 10 different categories that fit in that level. And so I started journaling, using that as like the starting point. Like, here's all the things that I can be doing that are productive or good, because I'm really lazy, and I'll be like, oh, I need to do this one thing. Like, for example, oh, I need to clean my bathroom. And if I don't then go clean my bathroom, which I probably don't because I'm lazy, then I'll just feel sorry for myself and be like, poo-poo, I'm a horrible person. And so now, instead of, oh, I need to clean my bathroom, I have a whole long list of things that are all good things that I can do. And one of those things is actually these YouTube videos. That, play goal-oriented Diablo 2 rather than just Well, anyway. So goal-oriented Diablo 2, so long as a number goes up on my analytics, or at least not backsliding too much, then I can consider this a good thing. Under the, there's like some social categories, and there's like a prestige category, and there's like, I think there's a category for like basically feeling good about yourself. I don't remember. I have to go back and reread through it again. Uh, but certainly, you know, cleaning my apartment qualifies as one of the things that is a good thing to do. And so I was thinking, you know, today while I was doing it, um, uh, because it was so unlikely that I would finish it all in one day, and I did not finish it all in one day, that each day after I make the YouTube video, while it's uploading and processing, which takes like 15 to 20 minutes probably, uh, instead of just like watching another YouTube video while mine is uploading, then I could go either tidy up some small section of my apartment, like, oh, I'm gonna sweep and mop this 5 square feet of floor, or uh, work on cataloging my cards that I'm selling on eBay, my trading cards, so that I can get, in a similar way that I make slow but steady progress in Diablo 2 by doing it for about 30 minutes every day. I could make slow but steady progress selling my cards and getting my apartment to a place where it no longer is disgusting, and I can host people, like for dinner. So that'll be nice. It also, not just from, you know, the time and energy and sleep gained from stopping the data collection spreadsheet for now, I think it's a sign that I'm becoming more accustomed to my workload and less exhausted at the end of each day. Like yesterday, uh, instead of sleeping all day, I only slept until, you know, I had an actual day off yesterday. So instead of sleeping all day like I did last Sunday, I only slept in until 1:30 p.m. And then today, I only took, you know, today is Sunday, I took a 2-hour nap, and I was off today. And then I work the next 6 days. But in theory, Saturday is going to be a short day. In practice, I won't be surprised at all if we end up with extra work and it's another 12-hour day. Another thing that's going to be helpful is one of the guys that I pick up for the carpool. I will be picking him up and dropping off from less out of my way on my commute. So I'll be saving time in my commute as well. At least in the evenings. I don't know about the mornings, but for sure in the afternoon. At the corner store, one of the corner stores, they had a bunch of wine on clearance, and oops, wrong character. And it was like every wine $1. So I briefly considered literally just buying all of their wine on the $1 table. But I don't drink wine, and so instead I just bought one of each flavor, which ended up being like 8 bottles of wine, and so far I've given 4 away, and that was only 2 days ago. And then the rest I'll be giving to my mom. She likes wine, and like one, you know, I don't know like how much markup the corner store has on wine bottles, but one of them was marked at like $45, and then marked down to $1. Like, yeah, sure, I'll buy that. And then they had, I bought a couple flavored beers that they had on that table, which I also gave away. I don't drink beer. Actually, beer is made from grains, so not only do I not like it, but now I'm digestively intolerant to it. So, when I was visiting my friend yesterday, I did have some potato vodka on ice. So I can drink alcohol, it just can't be grain alcohol. Like rum, I cannot have rum, which is made from molasses, which comes from sugar cane. You're like, well, sugar cane isn't a grain. It's like, taxonomically, it is in the same family. I'm sure some of you are probably getting tired of me saying how much I can't eat grains in like every single video. I accidentally spent too much money like the last 2 weeks. I just kind of wasn't paying attention. And I bought some Legos on clearance. I bought, those bottles of wine, which, those were relatively cheap. I bought some new socks, and I bought a pair of shoes, tennis shoes, because mine, they're coming in tomorrow, but mine are so old and worn out that, and both shoes at the heel and the ball of the foot, the sock is poking out through the sole of the shoe. So, new shoes is part of that journal, the Maslow Hierarchy of Needs journal. And another thing that I like, or at least like the idea of, about filling out that journal when I do it, is having a list of things that I've done, and sometimes going into a bit of detail about it. Kind of like at the end of a week or at the end of the month, instead of like thinking back, what did I do this month? And it's like, well, golly, I didn't, I just worked. Now I can see, oh, in addition to work, I did this and I did that and I did this other thing. And it helps to make life feel more full and feel like time isn't going by quite so quickly. Because basically, if you don't have any real memories from a time period, then when looking back on it, that time period is going to seem like it went by really fast. But if you have this journal or diary or whatever, here's what I did, here's what I thought about, da 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 da, and then you go back and read it, you are supplementing your memories and making it seem like, oh yeah, look, I did all this. Time didn't go fast, I did a lot. I brushed my teeth every day this month. Wow. I no longer have to write that I brush my teeth, but when I started, that was one of the things that went in it. But I will certainly be writing like about the cleaning. Uh, I still do put in when I do laundry. But I haven't been filling it out, and that's one of the things that I'll be getting back into with this new time and energy slot. Is filling that out again. So we'll see how this week goes with regards to how many hours I'm out of the house each day. My leak is drying up pretty well. You know, I had the fan and the dehumidifier, and I think now like 16 pounds of baking soda. Uh, and so it doesn't smell like awful, like it doesn't smell musty, which is why I got so much baking soda, is to hold back the stink, uh, and also to help reduce the humidity, so that my trading cards, which are mostly protected in sleeves, won't get any smell damage, and they won't get any humidity damage any more than they already have from living in living in a humid city since I bought them. Um, anyway, uh, going back to I accidentally spent too much money. I am going to be a lot more particular about the food I buy for the next 2 weeks until I pay my rent, um, so that I'm not just like buying what looks good, which can become very expensive very quickly. Like, oh, I'll just buy a steak today, $12, in addition to my half-gallon of milk, 10 of peanuts, and da 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 da. And so I have made a short list here that I wrote down of what I will be eating each day. Every day the same. Vitality. At this point, if you're following along this build, you could, if you want to, choose to start putting points in strength for better damage. That is entirely up to you. Um, I'm going to continue pumping vitality, basically forever. So what I'll intend to be eating the next 2 weeks, a half-gallon of milk, and that will be my primary source of calories. And then 1 can of tomato sauce, which will be my primary source of sodium. And then in the tomato sauce, I'm going to add water to make like tomato soup, like super basic tomato soup, and 6 eggs. I've eaten that in the past, tomato sauce soup with eggs, and it's fine. It's not like, oh, this is good, I'm gonna serve it to someone. But cooking just food for myself is perfectly fine. Uh, I was doing that when I had bought, they had tomato sauce on markdown because they just had too many. And so I bought 124 cans of tomato sauce, and I had 124 tomato soups. So, uh, so I'm perfectly fine with eating it. And then whatever fruit is on sale, like right now they have, what is this, 2 pounds of strawberries for $2.99. Is that what this is? Yeah, 2 pounds. 2 pounds of strawberries for $2.99. And if there is no fruit on sale, then I'll just buy bananas. And I might just go to bananas anyway, just because they're cheaper, even than other fruits on sale, generally. Um, and then, not every day, but maybe 2 or 3 times a week, a bottle of heavy cream just to boost the calories. So that'll be my dinner pretty much every day. Half gallon of milk, tomato soup with 6 eggs, and fruit. I also have, and I'll probably add these to it, I have some dried beans, so I don't have to buy them, and they're relatively inexpensive anyway, so I could buy more. And I have 4 pounds of quinoa, which I could add in. Um, in particular, I think those would be helpful for their fiber content. So I'll probably be adding those in as well. Like the beans, actually, I'm cooking some beans right now. So I should probably write that down on this list. But otherwise, if it's just like, if the main thing is just like milk and eggs with a little bit of fruit or even a lot of fruit, then might result in problems in the bathroom. So I think the beans and quinoa would be a good addition. For the fiber. Let's see, what else? I feel like I talked about a lot. I'm going to be making a list of, since I bought those Legos, kind of like, oh, they're on clearance, half off. There were other ones, but I didn't want to spend too much money because I knew I don't have a lot. But I wanted to get some, so I bought 2 sets. I think I spent like $35, something like that, probably 40 with the sales tax. They had some larger sets that were normally $100, marked down to 50. But I didn't get those. But I'm gonna make a list of things that like I actually need, kind of like the shoes that I bought or the socks that I bought, and focus on buying those with my spare money over the next month or so. Yeah, after I make rent and bills with the money remaining. And the other thing I did, I invested some money, and so that's kind of why I'm like, oh dang, I'm shorter than I thought I was, because I forgot that I had invested some. Uh, so if I had been thinking about that, I would not have bought like the Legos and like some of the other stuff that I bought. I probably wouldn't have bought the shoes yet, but I need them, so it's okay. But I want 2 more pairs of socks. I like the socks that I got, so I'm gonna buy another pack of, I can't remember if it's a pack of 2 or a pack of 4. And then I need to buy uh, basically the whole week's worth of underwear. And let's see, I want to upgrade my bed, like my mattress. And then I still do need to eventually someday fix my car. And that's kind of like why I want to use some of my spare time, some of my regained time and energy points to work on the cards, is to slowly start getting money from that again. Even if it's just like if I list only 1 or 2 things a month, then that would still be like, I'd say if I listed 2 things, then I could reliably get half of my rent that way. So it'd be a good use of time for me to go ahead and work on those. Did they just start their ritual? Whatever. But I'm probably done cleaning for today, and I'll pick that up again. Well, I guess while I'm uploading this, I can... No, because probably when I'm uploading this, I guess cleaning and tidying maybe are basically the same thing. I have some books that I need to put back on the bookshelf. I was pawning a bunch of stuff for a while, and the books were next on the chopping block, but then it turned out I didn't need to. And so I need to put the books back on the bookshelf, and I need to fold my laundry. So that's probably what I'll do while this video is uploading. So for those of you who watch only for the gameplay content, I highly recommend you put these videos on mute in general. And for those of you who enjoy the blog posting, life update stuff, you're going to get to see me improving slowly over time.
What do you need?
See me, you'll get to hear me improving slowly over time. And like I'm already doing way better than just 6 months ago. So next thing you know, I'll be like, I hosted a family of 5 people for dinner, and I cooked food for them. Not quite next thing, but maybe within a month or 2. Probably 2. Supposedly, in 6 weeks I'm getting a raise, and that will help a lot with staying ahead of bills while also buying stuff, Lego or clothes, or various things that qualify in my my personal Maslow's hierarchy of self-improvement. Like a new shower curtain. I have a shower curtain and it's fine. Nothing wrong with my shower curtain. But, maybe I want one that has designs on it or something. So that my living space, once clean, is a bit less bland and sterile. Maybe I want to hang some photos on the wall, or be able to purchase gifts for family members. Like for Mother's Day, I bought a chocolate bar for my mom and for my sister-in-law and for my sister-in-law's mom, because that's who all was going to be at the Mother's Day dinner we had. And I bought, for the grocery store, they were fancy chocolates. I bought the Endangered Species brand, and then I bought one that's like Back to Human or something, like HU. And to me, that was expensive. I spent like $13 on 3 chocolate bars. depending on the size of the raise, it may be that I no longer think $13 for 3 chocolate bars is expensive. I want to get, for Father's Day, my dad had a picture that he took, and maybe I'll post this picture. Actually, you know what? Here, for those of y'all that listened 30 minutes and 30 seconds into this video, you're gonna know why the thumbnail is a picture of a train. Uh, what a wild thumbnail to put on a Diablo 2 video. But yeah, I'm gonna put the picture that my dad took, that is like his favorite picture that he ever took of a train. And I want to get that printed out and then framed for his train room. Oh. But that, like, to me, that's expensive, and so I just can't do it. But with a raise or with selling cards, then it's justifiable and not going to put me at financial risk. And giving gifts is part of the, I think that's one of the things in the Maslow's extended hierarchy, is like doing nice things for other people, and giving gifts falls in that category. So I guess if I hadn't just decided to put the train picture as my thumbnail, then maybe I would have put the extended hierarchy pyramid as the thumbnail. And one thing, if you're like, hey, that sounds cool, I want to do that myself. Cool, go ahead and do it. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a therapist or a psychologist, and I can't tell you how to be better at life. But one thing to be aware of when working or filling out your own personal Maslow's hierarchy of needs is it's no longer considered to be a strict hierarchy by any psychologists that give it still merit, but rather just like a list of good things that are all kind of equal. Like, yeah, if you don't have food, then yeah, you need food, right? But like, if you're not literally dying, then basically anything on the list is equally valid to work towards. And so that's why, you know, I have a whole large list of things that I can work on now, which makes it a lot easier to do stuff that's good and healthy, or that I consider good and healthy. Alright, well, almost leveled up. This video is a bit longer than what I want, and the next two will probably also be a bit longer than what I want, simply because I'm going to do 2 levels each, and the levels are starting to take near 20 minutes. I won't be surprised if levels 54 and 55, it's like a 45-minute video. But I have those Legos now. I think I'm thinking, you know, if I get enough cleaning done this week that I can make a space that's like, yeah, here's where I can build Legos, and like put it on video and not have literal trash sitting in the camera frame. Then or like dirty dishes or something. Then I'm thinking I might start doing like Lego Friday, but I also might not. I might end up just doing Diablo 2 7 days a week still. But I have the Legos should I choose to do that. I have, I think, 4 Lego sets, So if I did Lego Friday, I have enough to go a month. Let's see, what is... In Spanish, there's a day of the week called lunes. So I might do like Lego lunes, whatever day that is. I'm sure my pronunciation was terrible, so don't worry about that. I'm collecting the skulls because I can make perfect skulls with them, obviously. Uh, let's go ahead and repair my weapon, refill my Tomes of Town portal.
Hail to you, champion.
I'll briefly highlight each item so you can see what I'm wearing. You'll have to pause. Wow, this pike is trash. Anyway. Yeah, I recommend if you care what these items are, then just like pause over each one. You can pause your video with spacebar. This boot is okay. I will be doing at some point in the future a video where I just show, oh dang, where I just show all the gear on the various builds that I'm currently actively using. And not just like this, but like talk about each item. So that will be coming soon, TM.